Oh wait, you don't record this?
No, it just goes straight up, doing it live.
Oh.
Yeah, it's live. We're going. We have the.
Oh.
Hey, so TJ, would you like to tell us where we are?
Welcome to the East Asian Rail Camp. We're on the coast of a country.
We're on
Could
the
be any
coast of an island,
yeah,
an island nation.
well, they're all
Well,
kind of islands if you think about it.
In place.
Should have been anywhere, but yeah, be here.
Everywhere is an island if you try hard enough.
that's true.
Sure.
Continents
which
are just
island?
really big islands.
Which island depends on who you ask.
Well, no, whose island depends on who you ask.
So that's its own problem.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
So
looks cool.
An island without HSTs.
to peel back the curtain a little bit, this is in Taiwan. So you
Look
know
at those foamers.
the-
And the assassins are coming for us now.
yeah,
Look
they're
at
they're
his
coming to
dad.
get us.
Who's Taiwan? We're not saying who's Taiwan. We're not.
Yeah, it's on the island known as Taiwan.
What's this guy doing?
He's posing. Obviously, he's cool. Look at him. He's frozen in time. Okay,
Oh, that's
so
a sick pic.
before we get going, everyone can look through the news while I do this. Again, we're doing another live podcast. There's the link to the thing. The
we get
cargoes
in
is
trouble
in
for
the description.
The
And
Chinese government gonna be mad at us for doing this?
possibly.
I
But
mean,
wait, which? Hold on, TJ.
No. Well, I mean, they could be mad either way.
The name of this podcast is now TJ causes an international incident. Anyway,
What an excellent one out of
Bruise
7
missiles.
Matt, you-
Well, now they're hooked. Now we can talk about the news.
yeah, Matt. I'll be honest. I feel like you will be at the center of an international incident someday.
Well, I mean,
I
Yeah.
hope I am.
He was the center. I mean, he was the center of a local incident at the WWNF. So
That's true. He made certainly made a
Well, my
memory.
headlines.
And one
Anyway.
time I got yelled at by a Department of Conservation of Natural Resources guy.
That also did happen.
That never happened. You can't prove that.
Yeah, right. My drone got yelled at by the Department for Conservation.
No, the guy yelled at you. He probably had to fill out paperwork because of it.
Excellent.
So it's written in the record. Anyway, let me do the mental responsibility before. Oh, sorry. Let me introduce everybody here. We got TJ, Dean, Tyler, and Matt. That's everybody. I'm also here. Mental responsibility starts with CPKC that hit a truck on 10-4. Boring. The following day, a train hit a truck in Redding, California. That was Union Pacific. 5 days after that, UP derailed a bunch of military equipment in Colorado Springs.
oh yeah.
That's a fun one.
Photograph the military train.
That's very expensive. That's a lot of money on the ground.
That's a lot of damage.
Mostly because each one of those screws cost, like each one of the bolts in those vehicles cost the American taxpayers $10,000.
Yeah.
The Phoenix, there was also a wreck in Phoenix that was BNSF on the 12th, and then BNSF destroyed an entire bridge while derailing a coal train outside of Pueblo.
And killed the truck driver under it.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's rough.
That's
thought
what I heard. Yes.
I thought I heard there was no casualties. I could be wrong there.
I also did not hear there were any casualties. But if somebody was under this, oh yeah, there was a semi truck under it, but the article we have doesn't say whether the guy survived or not.
Dean gaslights himself into believing a guy died.
Yeah,
I might. I don't know.
it doesn't mean that he survived, but as of the article, they were trying to extricate the truck driver. Honestly, it doesn't look good for him.
The KKTV one is officials confirmed in a news conference Sunday night that the truck driver had
Dead.
died.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Oh,
The dude,
yeah.
it's not even like it was remotely his fault. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. A bridge fell on him. A bridge and an entire coal train fell on him.
That is a movie way to die.
Yeah, that's some
This
Final
is
Destination.
actual- yeah, I want to say
Exactly.
that. But man, yeah, like that bridge, that must. I want to know like what
led to this happening because that bridge should have been serviceable. It should have been able to
think it
overtake it,
said
but
a,
it didn't.
It wasn't the
Didn't it
bridge.
say a broken rail?
Yeah, the bridge is not
okay.
at fault. The rail broke, so the train hit the side of the bridge and bent the girder, and then the bridge fell. I will
Okay,
assume.
okay.
I mean, we don't have the NTSB report, but that seems like a plausible thing that would, like, a plausible sequence of events.
Dean just has a complex about broken bridges.
That's fair, yeah. That's what being a Memphian will do to you. Anyway, I can't not vote for the coal train derailment, otherwise it'd be the military one, hands down.
My God.
So, what do you guys think?
Military one because that's just like gross incompetence.
Military
So-
one because it didn't kill a guy.
That's fair, yeah.
It didn't crush a man.
I think Final Destination just because
Final Destination.
one, this is visually chaotic, and two, a
This-
buddy of mine got stuck because of this.
Oh no.
Leighton.
Oh,
Stuck
yeah,
under the
yeah.
bridge? Oh, it was
God.
Leighton?
Stuck it behind.
Yeah, it was Leighton. Why
Oh,
don't
I
say that?
feel less bad about this then.
Ha!
That forklift and the picture that Matata posted, that looks like it has flames on it. Like
Oh, it's the
flames
coolest
painted on it.
flamethrower? Or the
How
flamethrower, the
did that-
coolest forklift.
How did
That
that
is the
forklift get there?
It
That's what I
drove.
wanted to know. How did
That
it
is a
get
dirt road.
That is
Forklifts don't do well on dirt roads. How did it get there?
Those are
used to
some
be a
big
subreddit.
tires on that forklift.
There needs to be a subreddit about forklifts in places where they just don't belong.
There will
This
be
is one of them.
2 posts there, and they'll both be excellent and have 4 upvotes.
Bryson, it was Pueblo, not Buffalo. Sorry, we do have stream chat. Hi Bryson, hi Orion. All right, so let's talk about the news. That's what we're here to do. We've got an hour. We've already burned up, I don't know, 7 minutes of it. So
Oh, man.
we're just gonna try to get through as many things as we can, not like a speed run, just as many things as we feel like talking about. And TJ, I know you have about 17 bones to pick with the MBTA, but before
Well, I mean,
before
yeah, maybe we should save my. I mean, I feel like it should be more of a collective rant because I don't ride the Green Line at least, but you know.
that's fair, but neither does anyone else here.
Yeah, that's true too.
No, I just wanted to, because I do absolutely want to talk about the catastrophe that is the MBTA. After they had 2 wins, right? Like a week ago, we were like, damn, it's like the MBTA is turning it around. They had 2 good things in a row. They had, the GLX not having any slow zones, and also the Lynn station being open 9 months early, and then it just went straight down.
Yep.
But SEPTA is still trying to remain relevant in the conversation of worst transit agency because they misspelled Philadelphia on a sign.
It's Philadelphia. For your
Philadelphia.
information, it's Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is the city of sisterly hate.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Ben
Love to see
Franklin would be so proud.
What do you mean? It's Barn Franklin.
Barn Franklin.
Barn Franklin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Philadelphia.
there's a train coming, I think.
Anyway, yeah. So visit Philadelphia,
Well,
if you want.
but
He's
why
still
would
his
you?
camp
Why on
around
earth
town.
would you? Please, for the love of God, do not visit Philadelphia.
No, not Philadelphia.
It
Philadelphia.
is the
Philadelphia.
armpit of America.
That's next door. That's New Jersey. Speaking of New
Fine.
Jersey, actually, we have good news from New Jersey that I wanted to talk about.
What's that?
God forbid, New Jersey.
No,
Good news from New Jersey?
the Delaware and Raritan River had like a golden spike ceremony.
Okay.
Oh, I saw that. That looked really cool.
Yeah, I don't know all the moving parts here. I'm just sort of excited because I like to see things get connected. Is this? This isn't the Black River. This is. Oh no, it is. There's a Jeep. There's a Black River Jeep right there.
Torpedo tube Jeep.
Where Vert?
Yeah, no, I wish Vert was here to explain the significance of this, but they have the Delaware and Raritan River, a Chesapeake and Delaware subsidiary, celebrated the completion of its F&S connection with a Golden Spike ceremony in Farmingdale This extended the DNR's Freehold branch by 5 miles from Freehold to Farmingdale, where it joins the southern branch, interchange with Conrail, which is hilarious to see in an article from 2023. Yeah, and apparently the Black River is involved because that Jeep says Black River on it. So, they've connected the thing. That's good. I like that. We have 2 articles on this. I wish one of them had a map. There aren't enough maps in the world.
That's a very bold claim to make.
I'm claiming it. And I want to own more of them. But I would like to understand the arrangement in New Jersey. Maybe between now and then we can ask Vert and he will know. He is literally involved with that, so, So, TJ, do you want to take it away, or does anyone else want to jump in with something?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't want to. Let's get some other stuff out of the way.
You want to get some other stuff out of the? Are you afraid we'll be here all night? I mean,
yeah, I just don't want to rant about the MBTA for 45 minutes or whatever.
TJ, as a preface, I need to ask: are you going to talk about the gondola?
The gondola. Oh no, we don't have an article for that.
No.
We don't have an article for that. Thank God.
I think we should talk about the gondola.
But
Hold on.
for just to cover everyone, just to explain, when Matt says gondola, he's not talking about a gondola car. He's not talking about a freight car. He's talking about building a gondola as a form of transit, not the Venice kind, the suspended on a cable kind. What is the episode of Will There's a Problem with the plane hitting the gondola? Because that's a terrifying episode. I love that one.
And not only is it transit, not only is it public transit, but it's public transit added to the city of Boston.
Yeah.
God,
I
that?
see no way that could go wrong. They're trying to find ways to connect the Seaport district better, and it's like, 1, there's a heavy rail line that runs through the middle of it. 2, you could pick, I don't know, literally any other option and it'd be better than a gondola. You know what would be better? A ferry. That would be an improvement.
Well, a ferry wouldn't go over the land, would it?
Right, but there's plenty of, the seaport is on the seaport.
Whoa.
There's, a million different places you could rock up with a ferry to. And even if you just, even if your transit was just puttering a boat along the edge of the Seaport District and stopping to let people off whenever they wanted to get off, it'd be a massive improvement. It'd be way better than a gondola, anyway.
It works in OpenTTD.
Yeah, that's true. And
God, I wish I could find this anywhere else other than Reddit.
Actually, I want to. You saying OpenTTD makes me think of when I kept getting my system jammed because I wanted to make the trains longer and longer, and also East did that. Which reminds me that we got a post from Trains Magazine about the Brotherhood of about BLET calling for an FRA emergency order to limit train length to 7,500 feet. And I don't know any of the details around that, but that sounds like a huge, giant middle finger to PSR, and so I'm all for it.
It is, and sadly, I know a little bit of an update. The Association of American Roads came back and said to the FRA that this is bullshit. They've been doing 7,500 foot plus for over a decade. Please disregard.
Yeah, I kind of figured. What about 10,000 foot?
Honestly, you see, 7,500 sounds to me like what you would do maybe World War II or even before. Now, we have, you're running in some cases, twice that?
Yeah, and it's absurd.
Yeah,
and it's not fitting into any of the sidings. What they should do is they should just come out and be like, hey, make a rule where the train has to fit in a fucking siding, please.
Well, yeah, but which siding? A 7,500 foot siding?
I don't know,
yeah, that's
the
siding,
average siding for the line.
The siding that is the double track main line.
We need to do a siding survey.
They have, yeah, exactly. They have to do a requirement for infrastructure. Like,
Well-
you must have this if you want to run this.
I mean, here's the thing. I think they should just give me about $5 million and I'll do a study. And I'll come back with my results.
Well, if you
And-
pitch me in for about $1 million of
trains
that, I'll help
shorter.
you out.
Yeah,
Results. I need $5 million more dollars.
yeah, that's
Yeah, result $5 million up front.
that's funny because that's not a joke. That's just how studies work.
Yeah.
We're
Wait a minute. This sounds like an opportunity. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go do a study on something.
gonna listen.
Study
It's
of study.
it is your duty as an American citizen to scam the federal government. Anyway,
Suddenly
now
Ellis's
Feds are
screen
gonna
goes down.
assassinate you too.
I'm gonna go try to sell like my multi-level marketing stuff to Joe Biden. It's how can I make a multi-level marketing scheme but it's ice cream?
No. Multi-level marketing, but it's Amtrak.
I mean,
Give it to Pete Buttigieg.
No, make it like a product to make your dog stop biting the Secret Service agents. He'd probably go for that.
No, you
would he
wouldn't.
though? All right.
you wouldn't.
But anyway, the union sent a
How about
copy of
Menace Airlift?
the union sent a copy of the letter to all Class 1 railroads asking them to voluntarily impose a 7,500-foot train length, basically sending them a gun and saying, please shoot yourself in the foot with this. So they didn't do it, amazingly. But, we probably should have some sort of cap on train length. You'd think it would be common sense, but apparently that doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to make something that can't fit on a siding.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not in their... Well, I would say it's not in their best interest to make something that doesn't fit on a siding. But clearly they don't really care about their best interest, aside from line go up. I think,
Shareholder profits, baby.
yeah, as much as it makes sense to me in, like, the very short-term, narrow-minded thought of how do fix problem? Just implement a train length restriction. That'll make everything better. It's like, I don't think there's a way to go about that.
Yeah, it's not really going to the root of the problem either.
Yeah. I mean, like I
even
said,
then-
it is definitely a giant middle finger to just, like, the practices of PSR, but I feel like it just makes everything sort of unilaterally worse in search of a solution instead of trying to figure out where the problem starts.
Arguably, though, having just unlimited train length capability also doesn't solve any problems, because then you can essentially you're getting the most efficiency out of your current locomotives, whereas if there is a length limit, then you encourage getting newer mode of power or maybe electrification for some lines where that makes sense because
I don't-
cheaper operating costs for electric if you have to run more trains.
Right, but they're still hypothetically using the same number of locomotives anyway. They're just putting fewer crews in them.
Yeah.
I don't think it would materially change the amount of motive power they need to cut train length down to 7,500. It might go up a little bit. It might go down a little bit. I think it would be a wash all told. But either way, it's, yeah, leaving it like this doesn't solve anything, but that's the point. We need to find there need to be other solutions, like more holistic industry solutions, instead of saying, well, make your trains shorter. I feel like the railroad companies, in theory, should be responsible enough to limit themselves to train lengths that won't fall off the track all the time. They've been doing that for a while. Like, they've proven that is a thing that they can do if they want to. Stay on the track, that is.
Wasn't that after an FRA circular about making sure that train composition was logical, though?
That also would be nice, but that is something that, they definitely did figure out in the past. They know how to do it. They're just not doing it. And if we can incentivize them to, like, run the trains better, as opposed to telling them how to run the trains better, then we get, like, the industry to work and do what it's supposed to be doing instead of this. I feel like, it's not an easy question to answer. It's just the simple solutions I don't think are going to be it. As much as I would like to see them. But you guys mentioned Amtrak. have you guys read into the changing of the fare structure?
No, actually, I haven't. Tell me more.
I haven't looked into it much either,
Oh.
so I was putting that out there to see if anyone knew more than I do, which is I hope it becomes better.
Wait, you're saying it's not a rhetorical question?
The
Find
head,
here most restrictive saver fares are being eliminated, and the other two categories, value and flexible, are being redefined to allow for greater fare manipulation.
From
It
Wikipedia,
says-
the
Where
free
would that-
encyclopedia.
the biggest changes are
Tra-
likely to occur with the flexible category, which is generally the highest price coach fare between city pairs and becomes the only option when trains approach a sellout. It has been named flexible because it is fully refundable for the passenger who pays a premium to buy it, but ironically the fixed rate reduces Amtrak's options to price competitively. With limited capacity on many routes, current flexible rates, the only fare once ticket sales reach 90% capacity, are often twice the fare passengers might have paid for a withdrawn, quote, value fare. It's safe to assume passengers were not voluntarily opting to pay that kind of a premium, so the company could lose business.
Okay,
Amtrak's press-
But it's Amtrak. They're like federal.
so
Like what competition?
well, yeah, but
competition.
they're treated as a company, more or less.
Wait, what do you
Like,
mean,
still.
Dean? What do you mean? What competition?
Oh,
Like,
he's saying
right.
price
You know.
competitively. Well, he
Yeah.
meant, like,
I not gonna lie, I forgot airplanes existed.
yeah, planes, buses, like especially city to city, like depending on what route you're
Conspiracy.
talking about, could be buses.
So
Yeah.
You were thinking more like, other railroad
Like
companies. as
rail
opposed to
based,
other
yeah.
mobile.
Unfortunately,
Like,
there are not
rail
any of
base.
those, but that's
Yeah.
because other railroads are lame. So,
Except the FEC.
Split them up.
but
Amtrak's press release notes that the fully refundable flex fares will often be available starting at lower prices than currently offered.
that's always
Tickets
nice.
in the value category are non-changeable and receive a 75% refund if canceled. Presumably, that's just speculation, it looks like. Sources tell Trains Newswire that the new setup will allow similar fare flexibility to be introduced to corridors that have traditionally offered the same rate for every departure, such as the Chicago to Milwaukee Hiawatha's. With that corridor and California's San Joaquin's having switched to reserved seats, the ability to manipulate fares could mean more off-peak bargain rates to entice riders or potentially higher fares on certain days.
Boo.
Lower fares will, however, require route-specific promotion to let potential riders know of their availability. End
Okay.
quote.
I mean, I like to see some flexibility. I've had to read a lot in the past about the way Amtrak structures its fares, which is just sort of like they call it buckets. There's like a certain number of fares in this price bucket, and then when those run out, it goes up to the next one, and those run out, it goes to the next one. You know
who else does that I know of?
who?
Ski resorts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
this will be more flexible pricing. It's interesting to see the saver fares go away entirely. I'm wondering if that means. I'm hoping it doesn't mean that the fares at that price are just gone, and it's going to start at a slightly higher price, barring any changing. Barring any off-peak lowering or on-peak increasing.
Why?
But
It says lower fares will, however, require. Oh, did I already say this? Require route-specific promotion to let potential riders know of their availability.
yeah, and the idea of just regular old sales, I suppose, is not lost on Amtrak. But it's going to be interesting to see how this works out and what this really means for prices in general with Amtrak. Because it is interesting to see like people shy away from certain trains because there's very little incentive to jump on like an off-peak train if you're booking out ahead, because they're all the same price. And now it looks like there will be cheaper options and more expensive options just based on time of day and based on
Probably based on ridership, maybe.
yeah, that as well. Based
Like
on
at
like
peak
expected
hours.
demand,
Yeah.
which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of a bummer to see the really simple system go because it means that it's going to be harder to get like the bargain basement fares just by booking way in advance. But at the same time,
it also means like
yeah.
you might like if you want to travel at a convenient time and you're poor or you're
yeah,
not trying to pay an exorbitant amount for the train, it might change things a little bit. But hopefully they keep the night owl and stuff, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, the saver or the
Oh, it
discounts
says
on
right here,
certain things.
periodic deep discount sales will also continue. The refund restrictions will be tight. A good example is the ultra-low night owl fares Amtrak has been using to fill seats on nocturnal runs for the past year on the Northeast Corridor.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like those are going to be the same, but like maybe they'll just like the name on the ticket will be different.
Honestly, I'm just looking forward to play with the Amtrak site and just see what the numbers are and how they change when I change my settings.
Yeah, they don't have an estimated launch date though, so.
Yeah, I know. I want to see it happen. I want to fiddle with it. I love. In another life, I'm a travel agent. You know, I love just like looking at booking stuff and planning trips and figuring out what is the most cost-effective option or the option that I like the most or what have you.
That explains a lot.
It makes
should.
the pricing closer towards like almost an airline model.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
And-
where like on Thanksgiving it's going to be like $1 million, and on like a random Tuesday it's going to be like reasonable.
yeah, but like expensive for even the starter instead of like, oh yeah, Thanksgiving fares start at $50, same as every other day, and they just sell out really fast. Which, pros and cons, I suppose. I do like the idea of being able to sort of modulate their prices more closely or specifically, or day by day sort of thing, or run by run, so that they can be competitive. It gives them flexibility that they didn't have otherwise. And honestly, the saver fares kind of sucked anyway, because being totally non-refundable blew.
Yeah.
I still got them because they were cheap, but that's because I never get like the. You ever get the Has anyone here ever paid for like the travel insurance, or the, that sort of thing? Like get insurance on your ticket just in case.
I think
my parents have done it when they book it for me.
Oh, okay.
They got the parent bucks.
Yeah, parent things.
Yeah.
I did that once that I can remember, and it's when we were going to Italy, because that's kind of a big chunk of change to lose out on.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm like, nah, like I'm gonna make this trip. Come hell or high water. All right, I'll open the. What's up?
Speaking of Amtrak and improving service, they're
adding
Siemens
rocket
finally did a
boosters.
thing.
Oh.
Siemens released the first Aero train set.
Woohoo!
Or car, anyway.
Yeah.
I hope it's not defective.
I'm sure it will
Please
be.
Don't break in cold weather.
Well, it's being made in the factory in California. I'm sure they've planned for all weather eventualities. But
exactly.
Wink.
I was actually surprised at the timeline here. I was really surprised to see an Aereo coach already.
Yeah.
And I say new equipment. They say new equipment will eventually phase out older equipment, and it's like, I don't bet on that. They're going to be getting the new stuff, and then half of it's going to break, and they're going to have to supplement with the old stuff, and then they're going to need to expand capacity, so the old stuff will never leave service.
Yeah. It's like 5 years backlog currently.
Yep.
Which is mostly Amtrak. And the reason why I know this is, there's your problem.
No.
Recently discussed Mexican railroad,
Procurement.
yeah, procurement, which is, I thought America, we were a pretty low bar, but, geez, the Mexican Navy really just said,
Not the Navy.
how low can we go? How low can we go?
No, it's one of my favorite things to sort of look at the problems that we're facing as a nation, and go like, damn, that's really rough. Even if it's something as simple as like passenger rail procurement. And then you sort of look at other countries, and sometimes it's like, damn, all right, never mind. Let me go back and count my lucky stars for this, that, or the other thing. It's not always, it's not universal by any stretch of the imagination, but it's, sometimes foolish to think that we alone walk the path of being screwed. It's
We're not completely screwed. We're just partially.
yeah, it's more like, oh, everyone's screwed. Ah, I didn't realize.
No,
But
it's just
Something
it's
suddenly
that one
communist.
gif of the guy at the computer, just like, oh yeah, there it is. I'll find it.
But I mean, at least there's a whole article here about how these are like manufactured in America and whatever, and it's like, well, that part is cool. Ultimately, I don't really care about that as much. I mean, I do care about that, but what I really care about is if they work when we get them.
Yeah.
So I hope they work when we get them. Is my bottom line here. But I'm glad to see that aerial production is happening. Oh, hey, Mopek. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see them, I guess. But I'll be sad because Bud don't break.
Yeah.
Well,
Bud
that's
really
the thing.
don't break.
You're not going to be sad because when these new things do break, Bud
Yeah.
won't.
We'll be right back to Bud. That's true.
Yeah.
The year is 2300, and
RDCs are still a thing.
Yeah, where's the copy pasta?
mhm.
There's a couple things we could jump off onto here. We have some things about. Well, okay, let's do the fun one. We get a post
Yes.
from the WWF of them mounting the cylinder saddle, which we saw it mounted
Amen.
while we were there. Yeah, cylinder castings arrived. Made in Mountain Machine Works at Auburn, Maine. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, we did see these, right? TJ?
Yeah, we did. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize you had left.
Ooh.
I was trying to be subtle. I put it in the chat.
Ah, okay, my bad. It was too subtle for me.
Mhm.
But yeah, they're building 11, and it looks really pretty, and it looks good. Also, we got a post earlier of the smoke box for 10,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Oh, yeah,
exciting.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bring back the pencil boiler.
it will be slightly less pencil this time around.
No.
Yes, I
an
understand.
actual 2-footer.
It's still narrow, but not weirdly tapered.
Did
It's
the
gonna be
WWF
slightly
Itty bitty
bigger.
boiler.
Did the WWF have an actual number 10 back in the day?
No, that's
No.
the thing is that they just keep going up.
Hmm.
When they duplicate
It
engines,
stopped at
they just add them to the end of the roster list.
Oh, I forgot about
Really
that.
weird.
My bad, I forgot about that part.
Speaking of cylinders, though, and new builds,
What? Wait, what's
Britain
cylinders?
did a thing.
What?
The Grizzly P2.
Oh, the
Oh.
P2. Oh, right, they're a thing. I forgot about them.
And
Yeah.
the other poppet valve thing.
That looks complicated.
Yes, it's a monoblock that instead of doing a casting, they decided to do a very fun manufacturing process.
That
What does that mean?
is evil.
Instead of it being a single casting, they quite literally, a lot of the components are separate castings that they welded together.
Oh, that sounds annoying. But then again, that's exactly what they're doing with the T1, so I can't really complain.
Yeah. It's cheaper and it works well enough, and it gives them flexibility.
In a
But
literal
they're
sense.
figuring out the mysteries of Poppet,
Yay.
and hopefully this thing's going to be done before 2025 is what they're
For
hoping.
the T1.
Well,
And then they're gonna fight him.
Well,
We're gonna race.
Yeah.
Actual locomotive versus.
oh, come on, look at that.
Can we get these things in a tractor pull-off? Just get them out in a field somewhere in Alabama.
Gosh.
Speaking of locomotive fighting, y'all hear about 2101?
Oh God, I was gonna say we have some T1 news and jump into 2101. So
But,
was there contact?
Yes.
The background is
Yes.
they decided to move 2101, and they were moving it like across the museum. I don't even know what they were moving it with. It looked like it was just rolling, and
Yeah,
it
they were pulling it with an SW something and a GP70.
okay, and it clipped a sleeper.
Yep,
Yeah.
I think so.
That
And
was
then they
that was-
proceeded to make it clear by pushing it backward, shoving a 2x4 in between the contact zone and the sleeper car and pulling it that way, I think.
What?
Oh, they did polling?
No,
Oh.
they just put a 2x4 in between the
I
two.
saw that in the
as a
video. Yeah, the guy
cushion.
was just carrying it.
I believe that's what happened. They just used a piece of wood as a cushion between two pieces of metal.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
just
fair enough.
they made it fit.
That sounds like something you do.
No,
No,
comment.
it looks like... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. They did get the locomotive in there, and they nudged the coach back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay,
I
didn't see
really
that.
thought they... you really had me going for a second. I thought they pulled it, and that would have been even funnier.
I would have.
It's like, oh, fuck, what do we do? Oh, I have an idea, boss.
Well, if you look at the video, it doesn't look like there's any damage to, like, the back end of the cab, so...
I think a handrail was bent.
Oh, no. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Southern
There's-
Railway 722. Oh my God! It's Strasbourg, and it's gonna be chopped there for the next 14 years.
Wait, they actually moved it to fucking Strasbourg?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
that's where it is.
Huh?
Yep.
I don't know how we got
722
from
as-
AFT1 to 722. There was no segue at all. You can do
Yeah,
better
It's
than
like
that.
budgeted.
Dean
Wait,
was
where's
excited.
the-
It's okay.
Can I see what this is? Where's the link?
It's the
It-
last one in the unclaimed news. It's Sue
Oh, I see it.
722.
Yeah, like they ripped it apart. It's in shop for overhaul. Watch our page update as work progresses.
Well, it looks
so
like-
that
I
could
mean,
be a
if they-
while.
If they've got it on, well, first of all, it's not RGS 20.
Well,
Second, Lynn Modinger's not there.
he's busy.
So
Third,
it's gonna take longer.
by the looks of it, well, no, because they do like the big boy. They did the big boy wheels and stuff like that. They can get
Yeah,
stuff done
they
quick.
they do parts really quickly.
Like you just got to give them enough money. So if this project
Yeah.
has money behind it, which
Long
Wait.
Island Railroad.
yeah, exactly. Like the reason why
Okay.
39 is rotting on the rip track is because the project stalled basically.
Yep.
Oh God. In
I mean-
Florida with your drivers, you can just see Thomas looking in the background.
He's
It's,
like,
Oh,
I've seen a picture of the Thomas barn now.
toot.
the what?
The Thomas barn
Oh,
where they keep
no.
all the Thomases.
Oh,
Wait,
dear
where is
What?
God.
that?
I hate this idea.
There is I don't know where it is.
Where
I don't know
they
where it
keep all
is.
the
It's not on the
Thomases.
Strasbourg property. It's somewhere else. It's just a barn that's full of Thomases. There's like 8 of them in total, or something like that. 6 or
Jesus
8.
Christ.
There's a bunch of them, and they're all
Calling
in
it an
there.
airstrike.
And of course, you go in and they're all just staring at you, because they don't bag them when they're in storage. They only bag them for highway travel.
There's one guy whose job it is to go in there and make sure the place isn't burning down, and that man has seen things.
He's seen lots of Thomases anyway.
Yeah, and he's seeing things like in his vision that aren't there now too.
But they're all Thomases actually.
yeah, dear God.
No, the most fun part about this barn is that there aren't tracks there. There are no tracks at all. It's just a dirt floor. They just roll them off the
Just
truck
toss
out
it
of the
up onto
floor.
a truck.
Yeah,
Oh, that's magical.
yeah, it is. It's the magic
Okay then.
Uh-huh.
barn.
Magic Railroad.
They smack the magic back of the trailer, and then they roll onto the dirt, and then
Yeah. I hope that isn't confidential information. I feel like that's just a fun like inside baseball thing that I learned.
Wait, so if they're on the dirt, does someone need to like take a piss test?
No. It's gold flakes.
Yeah.
I think one
What
of
else?
these MBTA articles is a duplicate.
Oh yeah, which one?
2 and 4.
Oh,
it's
2
so
and
hard
4.
to tell.
No, they're the same. Or they're the same. They're not the
I
same.
think it's 3 and 4.
Oh,
3
3
and
and 4.
4?
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, see, one of them wasn't giving me a thumbnail and the other one was. Oh, you know what? We got them at different times because one was before the update and one was after. Alright, well, I'll delete one of them.
Other things though, I guess. Do we want to get like Steam knocked out really quick here?
Sure.
What kind of Steam? Give me Steam?
I'll give you a K28.
Oh, yeah, we do have DNS news.
Yeah, I hate the DNS now.
Yeah,
Isn't they doing a thing?
They're ruining railroading.
I can't believe it. They're not shoveling coal into the hole anymore.
They're not burning down the
The
forest
forest.
anymore.
On one locomotive, the
No, it's all of
480
them. Nope.
Shush. Everything except for 481 has been burning oil for the last like 3 years.
I don't-
Mr. Jerry Day.
Lame. You know they were never green, right?
You know, I have more information from the Narragates discussion forums that specifically says green.
Is that
From
so?
the
No, I don't
company.
believe. I don't
Oh,
think they
second.
were. No, you're
Yeah,
sorry,
okay,
you're
but this
wrong.
woke nonsense with the oil. Come on.
Tyler goes, but my Reddit group said otherwise.
But my Baldwin documents say otherwise.
Where's
Oh, Baldwin
excuse
Schmaldwin,
me,
who are they?
excuse me, I have already pictured myself as the sleek modern FDR train and you as the seething coal locomotive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. That's
but,
the DNS
okay.
on all those foamers.
Yeah.
Beyond all of the memes, Durango and Silverton has announced, because it was the anniversary of the K-28's 100 years, that 478, which has kind of been banished into the museum for like the last decade,
Banished.
is coming back to life, which a lot of us did not expect. But hey, you know, cool. Give it a Form 4, get it out there.
Oops.
Best of luck to Durango. That thing it needs some love. And then 481, of course, as we've kind of alluded to, that is one of their K36s. It's been the only coal burning engine on the line for the past few years. They only run it in winter.
Huh.
It's going to oil, so it can run year round.
No. Well, okay, yeah. I guess it's just you can't shovel coal in the winter. It just doesn't work.
Well, Santa uses it all in December, and then
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, for people like us.
You know, it must have been really
us
bad
oil
for the
lovers.
company to keep the shop crews being bad at the end of the year to get all the coal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
You know, I guess stealing catalytic converters from the company vehicles does cost.
Wait, is that not allowed?
Ellis,
I think
choose
you have
your
no
next
returns
words.
to make.
Oh,
Choose your
crap.
next words very carefully.
Now you're gonna have the Chinese government and your company after you.
Bold of you to assume I'm allowed near the company vehicles.
I was about to say, I feel like anybody whose car is over the age of like 20 should not be allowed to have.
Does your
access.
car count? Because you go do
minor.
traffic counts, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I am a company vehicle. I actually don't know. I maybe have seen a WSP company
the camera's
vehicle.
zooming in. That must mean there's a train coming.
Yeah. I
Or
don't
they
know.
just totally got us.
Yeah. Oh, they really got us.
They're acknowledging our presence.
They got us like Altoona got some lights.
Oh yeah.
We were talking
Nice
about what
transition.
we were talking about what survives from the 1939 World's Fair. Apparently, a bunch of lights do.
Oh, you know what I want to see really bad?
What?
Ellis, this is a tangent, but the arc lights that they talk about at the Wireless Steam Museum.
Man, I wish, because don't they have like the arc transmitter in there? Did they do the test of that for you guys?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that thing's crazy. That was my favorite thing as a kid, just because it's so damn loud.
Yeah, it was really cool, but I would love to see those giant arc lights. Like just thinking about giant rods in the sky that arc electricity like lightning to light up the city.
Yeah, it's a little baller.
Yeah, it sounds like only something in like steampunk. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Those are like Tesla towers. Wasn't that the idea of those? Or no, those
Yeah,
are
something like
yeah. That's what I've always said. The little stand-up things in OpenTTD are that are just there from the beginning of the game. I finally got a mod to make them look like rocks instead of transmitter towers, so that in 1850 when you run into one, it's like, what the hell is this doing here? It's like, oh, it's just a big boulder that we can't move.
So they were in glass little glass globes.
Do you have a picture of one? I need to.
Hold on. Yeah, look in the.
Oh, you got the gondola picture. Okay. Expand, rely, respect, equalize.
Yeah, I don't know what those random.
I don't
even know,
I
like,
don't
I don't know.
understand.
Like, is this like just some dude's PowerPoint? Like, like I don't know what this
I
is.
think it actually is.
Like, what are all these figures? Like 213 total of what?
Also, I love the artist rendition that is absolutely nothing specific.
Draft concept only. Like, why didn't they just use a picture of the Roosevelt cable car?
Because that's the closest one they could think of, I guess. Oh, hey, Jersey's in the chat. Hey, Jersey. Oh,
Is he?
he also says
Jersey
my
Mike.
VFW member Eugene Iconetti went to the 1939 fair. Wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give him a
How old
handshake.
is that guy? 100?
Yeah, he sounds like it.
Well, you know,
No,
when
he's a
your
time
name
traveler.
when your name's Eugene, it, you know, sort of pigeonholes you a little bit. You're only allowed to be old.
Hey man, I have heard of cool dudes named Eugene.
I didn't say they weren't cool. I just said they were old.
But yeah, this
I've
is
known some cool old people.
These arc lights are the new. We need these in MPS.
Hold on. Let me see them.
No, we
oh
need,
wow.
like-
Okay, yeah.
We need arc lights, but they're like Jacob's ladders.
Oh, like it creeps along.
Yeah.
He also fought in World War II with the Marine Corps in the Pacific Theater. Wow.
Go,
Did-
Marine.
Did he know Eugene Sledge? Because if he did, cool.
Well, I think every Eugene, it's just like the big Eugene Club.
Yes.
Big
Cameras come
Eugene
back
Club.
out.
Who
It's
are
like
you,
the
Gene?
remember the Josh fight?
Yeah.
Hey,
It's-
you, Gene. Yes, you, Gene.
The Eugene fight was like the 1950s version of that. Clearly. Hey, TJ, we are 45 minutes in. Do you wanna?
Let's
Oh,
do it.
by the way, just to
Oh.
clarify, 4th Marine Division Sledge was in the 1st. Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the MBTA, our favorite commuter rail company.
Should we start? What do we think? Bad news? And then
Definitely
good
start
news?
with the wins. Maybe go in chronological order.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Because it goes.
Our hopes were up at the end of last time.
Well, okay.
Well,
Where
wait, let
do
me
we
look. Let me
stand?
look. Hold on. Let me look at the dates.
I mean, this is the order that we received them. We have.
Well, we
I don't
can't
really-
beat one of them.
I don't really know how to orchestrate a narrative here.
Okay.
I-
Well,
I
the
noticed
MBTA
that-
has been struggling. That's a narrative, I guess.
That's that is the phrase of the day, perhaps.
I just noticed that my Jersey's profile picture is my first Marine patch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty fucking neat.
Tyler, why? Oh, because this is at the fair, isn't it? This is Cookie at the
Yes.
fair. Okay, here's a picture of Cookie at the fair, while TJ figures out the narrative that he wants to tell us about the.
I
the
think-
MBTA.
Okay. Well, I think the oldest article we've got is. Yeah. Okay. So. 12 days ago,
Oh, here we go.
the MBTA slow zone tracker showed that there were no slow zones on the green line.
This
if you
this
remember-
precipitated something.
If you remember something, or if you remember recently, the green line had an issue with the track gauge because it was too narrow in parts, so the speed limit went down to less than 3 miles an hour.
Ooh.
And apparently they fixed it, and the blame game started. But 12 days ago, things were good. They got no slow zones.
Also, around this time, we got the news about the Lynn commuter rail station, which
Yes.
was really exciting because it's like it's going to open 9 months ahead of schedule.
Exactly, yeah. So on October 16th, we got news through the Boston Globe that. Oh wait, no wait. Sorry, I'm all
Mixed
concocted
up.
here. Dang it.
This was the 11th.
Yeah. So the Lynn one was good.
Yeah.
Wait, station platform.
Well, it's because it's a temporary platform. They're redoing the Lynn
Oh.
station, so they had to construct a temporary platform, and it was supposed to be done like next September, but it's going to be open in December instead, which is crazy. But there we are. MBTA, they're doing good. Everything was good from here, right?
Well, October 16th was still good actually.
Stop saying
For a little.
dates.
No, I've got it now. I just didn't open the Lin one. Yeah, the 16th started off with a W. 6:10 a.m. We got best commute I've ever had. The Red Line has been undergoing lots of work, and it was shut. It's been shut down on the. Let me just make sure this is correct. The Ashmont branch, yeah.
Yep.
And the Mattapan trolley has been shut down.
Sad.
Not
But-
permanently, just for now.
Yeah.
No, not permanently. Just for
Okay.
now, they're doing lots of work. But, well, because I don't know if are they finally integrating the Red Line into the Mattapan trolley or like what?
No, they just need to do maintenance work.
Oh, I see. Okay, well,
They're not doing
I don't know.
anything nearly that exciting.
Use
Damn.
all the parts of all their PCCs to make one that can work.
That is what they've been doing for the last decade.
yeah. Well, this has given a chance for its heavy rail counterpart, the Fairmount line, to shine. It is experiencing record ridership, surging to an average of nearly 60,000 passengers a month. That's a 30% increase from before the pandemic.
Yeah, no, the Fairmount line is sort of like an unsung hero of Boston Transit. The Fairmount line as a routing picked up all the slack while they were building the current alignment of the Northeast Corridor into Boston.
Yeah, I watched a video describing like the history of the commuter rail that like showed off like what years they had what.
Oh,
And the Fairmount line used to be a branch of the Providence Stoughton line.
could you send me that? Because I would love to see it.
Yeah, I'll send that to you.
Try to find it after the rant and I'll put it in the cargoes.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, someone said, let me see if I can find this quote in the article. Oh wait, first of all, there's a Fairmount Indigo Transit Coalition, a collection of neighborhood and community development groups that partnered with the Conservation Law Foundation. Oh, they're responsible for Plan Z of the Big Dig.
Oh, uh-oh.
They're the ones that got the transit mandates into the Big Dig thing.
Oh, never mind. They're the cool part.
Yeah, they're the good part. They were like, yeah, if you guys are going to build this across the Charles River, you guys have to say that you're going to do this for transit. And then conveniently, that never happened. But that's a story for
Yeah,
another
they,
day.
they went to court and were able to back out of the other, out of that, you know. But
the good part.
I get to say, oh no, but like, genuinely, the Big Dig was an important thing and a good thing, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Everyone always
It
rags
was.
on the Big Dig. I've been a Big Dig defender my whole life.
Yeah, but I wish they just kept up the other end of the bargain, you know?
Yeah. No, it's,
Um,
unfortunately, it's not,
also, I
it's
wish
not the Big
MBTA
Dig's
wasn't
fault.
paying for it. No, the Big Dig is good. But also, this is good because there's 4 new stations.
hmm
Um,
on the Fairmount line?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Newmarket, Four Corners, Geneva, Talbot Avenue, and Blue Hill Avenue.
Oh, Blue Hill reopened. That's good to see.
Yeah. Only Reedville at the Fairmount, at the end of the Fairmount line in Hyde Park costs more, $7. But the rest are subway prices.
Okay.
The other secret to the Fairmount line's success: the route offers what every transit rider craves: reliability. The line boasts, an on-time performance rate of 98%, the envy of the MBTA system. There are none of the daily guessing games that come along with riding the red, orange, or green lights. Instead, you'll hear Fairmount riders coo, "The train has never been late in the years I've taken it."
It's pretty close to downtown Boston, so there's not a lot of room for it to pick up delay. It doesn't, share right of way
It's
with
not
anything
first like
else.
the rest.
But the other thing is just like the commuter rail in general doesn't usually run into that much trouble. On a relative scale with the rest of the MBTA, it has its problems, but it's not usually always broken all the time.
I will say some of the problems with the MBTA are my fault, so like sleeping through your stop.
That's fair. Yep, I've been there.
But then I realize a hole in the MBTA's
Thank you.
schedule, so F them. It's their fault now. Anyway, on the 16th again, the day got even better. Whoa, there's a train going by.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a train.
Yay.
Everyone
Oh,
stops to look at the train.
Whoa, it's long.
That's what she said.
Nah.
Not to me. Haha. Anyway,
Damn.
Oh my god, no.
Damn,
Buddy, you wanna
destroyed.
so the MBTA has started to hold public hearings discussing a proposed project that would connect the Blue Line with the Red Line at Charles MGH.
Mm-hmm.
This looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it'll close Bowdoin Station, which is not ideal. But Bowdoin right now is kind of a wreck, not handicapped accessible. It is an old trolley stop. It's very tight quarters, comparatively speaking. And yeah, bringing them into Charles MGH isn't terrible. It's not like they'd be able to get up onto the Longfellow Bridge. The plan is not to extend the Blue Line. Like, they don't have a plan to extend the Blue Line any further.
No, this is it.
Yeah. I would love it if they brought it up onto sort of at grade bulldoze Storrow Drive, put it down Storrow Drive.
I want
but-
something that connects the south end to the north end a little bit better.
Yeah. I
Or
mean, I
like-
think that's
Like the inner loop, sort of, like Porter Square to Kenmore to like Back Bay or Massat. You know, that's something like that, a little better like that.
yeah. I don't think the Blue Line's ever going to be what solves that, but we could have
No, I know.
you know, we're probably going to get at some point in the not so distant future some sort of shuttle service over the Grand Junction from
Oh yeah.
from West Station in Alston to North Station. It won't be great, but it will be something.
Grand.
better.
Yeah.
It won't be
Hey,
great.
you know
I
what
but
don't
that
it'll be
means? I'll
grand.
have to wait
Yeah.
for a train to get home and miss my train.
Yeah, instead of waiting for the red line and missing your train.
Yep.
Uh,
You can tell I have a little bit of saltiness with the MBTA. I don't know why.
yeah, well, they did fire two guys on the Green Line
They did fire
extension,
two guys,
you
yeah.
know, and
Um,
then they
because of
shut
the
it
narrow
down.
gauge. Yeah, well, yeah. They shut it down because the power shut down.
Yep.
Anyway,
You know, as far as areas on the Green Line to have the power shut down and have to walk out of, this is probably the least problematic one. I mean, no, I take that back. The part where it's like street running or median running,
yeah, I was gonna say like the BU area would be better, like where the Museum of Fine Arts is, because then you're just like on the street.
yeah. But I've watched this happen, not watched with my own two eyes, but I've seen video of this happening in the central subway, like outside of Boylston, underground.
Oh god.
And yeah, that's nightmarish.
Yeah, where it's really scary is where the third rail stuff is.
Yeah, that isn't. That'd be like orange, red line, and parts
Yep.
of the blue line. Thankfully, the green line doesn't have that problem. It has every
Yeah.
other conceivable problem, just not that one. Anyway, all right, we're at 55. I've been to Boston, quite a surreal place, especially the metro system, which began in the late 1800s. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love the MBTA for its
It's a
history.
love-hate relationship.
Yeah, for its history and wonderful, like the idiosyncrasies, the things that make it special. The blue line, which runs on multiple powers, the central
for its
subway.
history up
you know.
to 1970 something or 60
Yeah.
something when corrupt. And whenever
Don't
they
worry,
added-
I'm sure there was plenty of corruption before then.
Yeah, but whenever they added the big dig debt to the MBTA,
Mm-hmm.
let me find that video for you.
Anyway, this is probably the end of it. If anybody wants to jump on with one more piece of news, it'd be great to hear somebody say something about something. But not anything we can dig too deep into, I suppose. Is there
No,
anything
no
like
big digs.
what?
No big digs.
No big digs. Oh, we got 6060 from K&L.
Oh, right.
We did, yeah.
That's a thing.
Almost.
Yeah, K&L is a thing. They're still actually producing content, amazingly.
Huh.
So
But,
that means.
but
Oh,
they
that
quit
means I need to do my
making them all
compulsory
hot.
check of. Hold on, KL trains. What is next on the list now? Oh, I need to see projects. Oh, it's only they only put up 3 products at a time. Sad.
Bad.
13.
They used to be 6.
Yeah. 3751, and then the R1, the B&M R1 Mountain, which is going to be cool, which has a centipede tender, and then the B&O EM1, which yes, I'm here for that.
Please go back to make the Mohawk. I'm begging you.
Only just pay them a lot of money.
And wait for
But
and
they
wait
were
5
making the
years.
Mohawk. That's the thing. They were making, and they stopped.
Well,
Pay
they were
them a lot
making
of money and wait 5 years.
they were making the Q2 and then they stopped. And then we got a Q2 anyway. So nature healed.
Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Nature healed. I just want
Whatever the
to.
alternative of healing is with the Q2.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess that's all the news for this week. There's definitely nothing else that has happened.
Nope, that's it. If we don't talk
Not
about it, it's not news.
Yeah.
Not the 20 plus articles we haven't touched yet.
NJT has the tapping right now. They're on the ball with the.
I'll tap that.
Future.
Yeah.
Future.
Conrail?
Everyone should, like, everything should be like that. Anyway, yeah, sorry for the half a podcast, but that's just the way it be. Well, we have Locodome running.
Too busy getting rained on at Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, too busy getting rained on. Too busy doing Locodome. If you want more Locomotive Versus type content, watch Locodome. I've been really happy with how the game has been playing, with how the people have been playing. Sometimes it is sort of like watching 100 rated chess, but that's okay. At the end of the day, it is giving us a lot of good information on how to tighten up the game, how to make it even more fun, and it's giving us Locomotive Versus matchups that we would never see, which is always very interesting.
Red double question mark.
Yes, red double question mark. But yeah, hop on our Discord, buy trading cards at our website. Everything's linked in the description, yada yada. Jump in the cargoes, see all the links. Look at that wreck of coal cars piled up everywhere. It's a sight to behold.
Oh, and, hey, breaking news.
Uh-oh, no, what?
Man airlifted to hospital after being struck by a train in blank, Florida.
Yeah, you know what? I was reading that earlier. You know what the best part is? That is a 25-mile-per-hour zone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
What?
It was a slow-ass freight train that got him.
Florida man truly knows no bounds.
Well, that's why they're in the hospital, not dead.
It's that one scene from what was it? Austin
Powers, yeah.
With the Zamboni.
No, or it was a steamroller, wasn't it?
The original was a steamroller.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, we'll see you in 2 weeks with maybe a full episode, but honestly, we might keep doing this until Locodome is done, because that takes all of my free time.
Okay, but
what?
the MC is still open.
What? Listen, you guys. If you want to just do like a departure podcast, that's like I'm not gonna stop you. You can do that. You're allowed to.
Departure.
I don't own the sole rights to doing a podcast in the Iron Horseman.
The Through Station podcast.
There it is. The Through Station. The Central Station.
We're a centralized city, and we should have built a through station, but we built a double terminal because we wanted people to get off the train. Anyway.
What was that? Was it Providence or no?
Yes, Providence did that.
Who did that? Yes, Providence.
Seriously.
Yes.
At some point, yeah, the original.
We want people to get off. We need the people.
We didn't want
different railroads, so they were like, you need to change to their train now.
Yep. At least it was all the same gauge, but maybe that makes it worse. Point is, they didn't want to become the railroad equivalent of flyover country.
Thank you, New Haven. Very cool.
No, you said New Haven. I wasn't saying the dirty word while Jersey was in the chat. But it wasn't New Haven yet. It was,
Yeah,
it was like
the
70.
amalgamation that became the New Haven.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna end now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.